What modalities must you have when opening a wellness studio? Well, hot, cold, bright, tight. I've been watching studios and opening my own studios for about 10 years. If you're going to open a studio, you got to have a hot, cold, a bright, tight. What does that mean? Hot, an infrared sauna, cold, cold tub or cryo, bright, red light beds or red light panels, tight, a compression. Does that mean it's the only modalities out there? 100% no. There's plenty of modalities, but those are the four fundamentals that have stood the test of time and are out there producing. Put your money where your mouth is. Well, I do. When I open my own studios that chilling out, they are a cryo, a red light, a sauna, and compression. And the studios do amazing. Busy, they all make money. Let's get into each one. Hot. Well, infrared sauna. I've been in every infrared sauna. My opinion is that the clear light is far superior than anyone else's. Everybody makes a infrared sauna these days. I see them at Costco. I see them at Walmart. I think if you're going to invest in opening a studio, when you choose your modalities, you need to consider that people are going to be looking at buying these for their homes. So get the modalities that are less likely to be bought for a house. And the clear light sauna is by far the best, in my opinion. Cold. Obviously, I'm biased. I manufacture cryotherapy machines.
I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up another?
Just to be completely upfront. So I would definitely use a cryo over a cold tub in my business. Why? First of all, let me tell you, I cold plunge every day. There's a hashtag called bed to bucket. I started it in 2019, where I get out of my bed every morning to a bucket. So this is not an anti-cold plunge. This is, I want to make money with my wellness business. And when it comes to people trying to hit that cold modality, with the cold plunge, you're asking them to get undressed, get all wet, dry off, get dressed, and then go about their day. I'm not saying that people won't do it. I'm saying that if I'm going to invest in a piece of equipment that I need to make money on for my family, then I'm going to choose cryo just because they can pop in, pop out. This is not a competition of which one is better from an effects standpoint. I can do a different video on that. But when it comes to starting a business and I want people to come in and use it as frequently as possible, it's the cryo all day. Not to mention germaphobes don't want to get in a tub. People can talk all they want about the filtration, but you're gambling that every single person in that cold plunge wiped their butt perfectly. Every single person. No Joe Jim? Comes to the cold part, I pick cryo. Not to mention, there's an entire industry of people developing cold plunges cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, easier and easier and easier to do at home. So that would considerably work against investing in a cold plunge and putting it in my studio and asking people to come use it. Bright red lights. I see plenty of people out there doing the panels, okay, versus the bed. I choose the bed over the panel every day. As a person that's worked in studios and person that talks to people that work in my studios, other than all the great benefits for red light, when people come out of the door of the red light room, the most common thing they say is, "Oh, what a great nap. What a great nap." It's very relaxing. They got to go in there, lay down, and that red light, the fans, the heat, you just knock right out. That ain't happening when you're standing in front of a panel. What I say earlier, the panels. You can buy the panels for $400. So why would you get panels for a studio that you're hoping that people will pay memberships at for years to come, when eventually they're going to find out they could just buy that red light panel hanging on their door? Unless, of course, your studio has what they probably can't buy for their house, which is a red light bed. So that's something to consider as well. And when it comes to compression, Normatec, you just can't go wrong with Normatec. It not because other things aren't better, but because they're kind of they just become the industry standard. You know, I work with a lot of NCAA football teams. Every locker has a set of Normatecs in it, in the big programs. They all have them. And that stuff that's happening with the younger generations, it finds its way out into the industry really fast. So again, recap. When I'm opening a studio, what are my first modalities? I'm getting a hot, a cold, a bright, a tight. Hot, cold, bright, tight. I choose a clear light sauna, full spectrum, infrared. Why do I choose that over a dry sauna? Because every gym in America, almost every gym has a dry sauna. They all do. They all have a dry sauna. So I get an infrared sauna by Clearlight. Cold, I choose cryo. Not because I think cryo's better than cold plunge. Matter of fact, water removes heat way better than air does. I'll say that right here. But if I'm opening a business and I want lots of people to come in and use it, I don't want to have to count on them taking their clothes off, getting dry, worrying about going back to work. You're kind of setting yourself up for only people that just get off work can come use it. My studios are slammed during the day. Pop in, cryo, pop out. That ain't happening with cold plunge. Bright, red bed over red panels. Tight, Normatec. Are those the only modalities? Absolutely not. There are plenty more. But if I'm just opening a studio, I want to cover those four bases. There are plenty of other amazing modalities. Hyperbaric chambers blowing up. 90-minute sessions, expensive. PMF by Pulse, amazing modality. But if I'm just starting off, it really doesn't have the mainstream traction that the hot, cold, bright, tight does. But if I was to add a fifth modality to my studios, chilling out, I would add a Pulse 100%. Whenever I go to studios that have it, I'm not getting on it. It's slammed all day. So there you have it. Modalities you must have when opening a wellness studio, cryo. I say that because for those of you who don't know, when this industry all started back in like 2012, I would say, we had cryotherapy studios. Those cryotherapy studios eventually added red beds, saunas. They became wellness studios, and that's why we're here. So get out there, get your modalities, open your stores, be confident. It's a great industry. I love it, and it's doing really right by me. So if you have any other questions, please write a comment or contact me at Trident Cryo on Instagram.